fuck this movie. Alright guys, Casual Movie Guy back here, and today I'm reviewing the Divergent series, Insurgent. This is the second film in the Divergent series. I think they're doing 4 films because, you know, who didn't see that coming? Making 4 movies on a 3-book franchise, right? Anyway, back to this movie. I was astonished at how much I disliked this movie. I know you guys may think I may be too harsh on movies, but this movie seriously sucked. I went into it with really high expectations. The trailers looked interesting. The visuals looked really cool in the trailers. So I was really pumped to see this movie. It wasn't even because I liked the first one, because I liked the first one. It was okay. It wasn't anything special. It didn't do anything for me. I personally liked the Hunger Games better, at least the second Hunger Games, because that movie I thought was really good. But the first Divergent was okay. It wasn't anything special. The acting was solid. I like Shailene Woodley. It was kind of an okay plot. I really like the training scenes because I usually really like training scenes in movies, but this one had some really cool ones with the capture the flag and all that stuff. So I was a little excited because of the first one to see this movie, but the trailer really got me pumped. And then I saw this movie and I was so freaking disappointed because it sucked so bad. Seriously, this movie is awful. And spoilers, it's not really a spoiler, but at the end of the movie, they try to convince you that you've had a good time and that it was a good movie by, you know, showing a shot of everyone being happy and playing some really upbeat music to try to persuade you into thinking that it was a good movie. For any of you guys who have seen, I think it's Friends with Benefits, the movie with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake says in that movie, he's talking about romantic comedies and how at the end of the movie they always play upbeat pop music to try to, you know, make you feel like you had a good time. That's what this movie does. It's not pop music, but it's like upbeat, happy music to try to make you think that this was a good movie. And if you do think this was a good movie, I'm not calling you out or saying that you're stupid or anything. You know, everyone has their own opinion, to each their own. But you gotta ask yourself what you thought was good about it. Try to name 5 things that were good about it, that were good about this movie. I can name a few. The visuals, they did look good. I guess you could call them simulation sequences. They were cool. They looked really good. Some of the acting was okay, I guess you could say. But one of the things that made me so pissed off was Kate Winslet. Holy shit. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. I think she's a pretty good actress, actually. But in this movie, I don't know if it was her acting ability or the way her character was written, but it really sucked. There was one scene in particular where they're testing out different divergents to try to open up this box that only divergents can open up. It's like a huge plot point in this movie. And the one dies, and she says, "We're just gonna have to keep looking. We're going to have to find the right one. We need to find the perfect one." And that's not word for word, but that's basically how the scene went. And it looked like a soap opera. If any of you guys watch like soap operas, I catch them sometimes when my mom's watching them, but that's how it felt. And with a huge budget movie like this, it should not have felt like a soap opera. Shailene Woodley is good again. I like her as an actress. I really liked her in The Fault in Our Stars. She's really good in The Spectacular Now. She's a good actress. I'm not a Jennifer Lawrence fanboy or anything, but I think Jennifer Lawrence is, because people make comparisons all the time between the two because they're 2 of the biggest up-and-coming actresses in Hollywood nowadays. But I just think Jennifer Lawrence has more appeal to her. I think she's a better actress overall, but Shailene Woodley is still a good actress. But one of the things that pissed me off in this movie was that when I saw the trailer, everyone saw that her hair was cut, and I don't know if that has any direct correlation to The Fault in Our Stars, because in that movie she had short hair. But I was like, okay, you know, let's make it a symbol, you know. Maybe she cut her hair because it's a symbol of her former life and she's not that person anymore. She's someone different. But no, within the first 10 minutes of the movie, she explains that she cut her hair because she wanted to try something different. That to me feels very high school-like, and this is not Mean Girls, so that felt very like a high school drama type movie to me. That's what it felt like. And I don't know, so many things were wrong with this movie. It had way too many jumbled up plots. It tried to have mystery to it, but it wasn't interesting enough for you to care about the mystery. There was a plot twist at the end that I did enjoy. dealing with Miles Teller, and he was by far the best part of this movie. And Miles Teller, I get it. He signed on to do this 4-film franchise when he wasn't that big of a star, but the dude is he's so talented, and I feel so bad for him because I understand he's in a contract, so he can't get out of it. You know, he's just got to tough it out and finish these movies, and then he can move on to doing, you know, more Oscar-worthy performances like Whiplash. If you haven't seen Whiplash, see that. See that right now. That movie was fucking amazing. It was so good. Way better than this piece of shit. And for those of you who you really like this movie after you've seen it, and, you know, you're gonna dislike this video, or maybe you won't even waste your time pressing the dislike button, but just really evaluate this movie. Even if you don't, I'm not saying I'm smarter than any of you viewers, I'm not trying to say that at all, but I've seen a lot of movies, and most of the time I feel like I know when a movie's good or not. Just compare it to some of the best movies that you've ever seen and you think are the best of all time, and then just put this movie next to it and do a little comparison. Try to figure out why you like this movie and why you think it holds up to these other great movies that you're going to compare it to. Just do that, and then you'll realize this movie actually does suck. I am not looking forward to the sequels to this movie. I mean, there is a little bit of mystery and interesting, I guess you could call it a plot point at the end of the movie that it leaves you off with, but it's just, you don't care about the characters enough or the plot lines enough to really feel that interested in seeing more movies. Overall, if you don't get it, I really hated this movie. After going to it with high hopes, I was very let down, so that may affect this score or not. But I'm just trying to get this video up as soon as possible for you guys to try to get you to not see it and spend your money on something else. Definitely don't see it in the theater. You could definitely see this on your TV and still get the same effect, even though it has action scenes in it, I guess. Like I said, it had some good points, like every movie does. Most movies have redeeming qualities. This movie had good visuals. Miles Teller was amazing as always. Shailene Woodley portrayed her character good. I like the music in it, I guess if you can count that. Overall, I'm going to give this movie a 3 out of 11. Yes, I know that is a very harsh score, and I gave it a lower score than I did with The Woman in Black 2. But when I'm judging these movies, I'm basing them on their franchises and like the genre that they are in. And as far as a horror movie went, Woman in Black 2 was a 4 out of 11, and as far as this movie goes, I love dystopian future movies. They have so much to work with, and this movie completely, you know, blew it. So that's why I'm going to give it a 3 out of 11. Maybe I'm judging it too harshly because I saw it yesterday and I haven't had too much time to really put much thought into it, but I have evaluated this. I've been thinking about it since I saw it and how much I disliked it. So that's the score I'm going to give it. This video is a little long, but yeah. Nothing more I can really say about this piece of garbage. I'm the Casual Movie Guy. If you want to hear more from me, you should definitely hit that subscribe button, and I'm out.